We're back. With my first real video. Hi, this is near future Sam. I just finished editing the video, and when I went to export it, I ran out of space. So I was like, oh, I'll just delete the clips from this video since they're all cut together in iMovie. But apparently when you delete video that you put into iMovie, it also makes that iMovie unable to export. So I had to do a little bit of a hack and screen record the entire thing in iMovie and crop it and like repatch it together. So if the editing is a little weird or the quality is mega lower even than it already was, you have me.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi network.
You might want to check the Google Home app.
Anyways, you have me to thank for that. I'm sorry. Luckily this is only like my second video and it's not even that important of a video anyways. So I'll try to do better, but I'm still learning. Anyways, enjoy the video if there is a video to enjoy. Today I want to do like a little sketchbook tour. Let's start with a little backstory. I had like an assignment in my freshman year where I had to like illustrate a bunch of like native Australian animals. And it was like, guess I'll do it. And after not ever drawing, I like did this. I was actually able to draw pretty well despite never having practiced or taken lessons. From then on, I started taking art seriously and I started being put on an art path in school and started looking at art colleges like SCAD and Ringling and whatnot. Spoiler alert,
I'm not going to art school.
So anyway, I started taking art seriously. You know, going from here, I started watching like cartooning videos on YouTube and whatever because everyone was like, oh, since you can draw, you should try out animation. I was like, oh, cool. So I can work at Disney or Cartoon Network. I'd really love to work at Cartoon Network. Even now, dream job would be to be an art director for some little Cartoon Network show. But who knows? Who knows? That is what a lot of this first sketchbook was from 2017. It was like my freshman-ish sophomore year of high school when I started applying myself to learning how to do art and cartoon or whatever. So that's what we're gonna look at first. Here we go. I have to figure out how to set up my phone. So alright, I think we're going manual with this one. I don't really have a fancy tripod or camera setup, so I'm just gonna, you know, hold this and hope for the best while my arm dies. Alright, let's start by opening it. This is a really trashy sketchbook that I just got from Target, and I like decorated it with scraps. Like my dad drew this and I drew like everything else. This is a little watercolor color wheel. Super necessary. Blank pages because I can't commit. I really didn't know what I was doing, so I just like doodled and whatever. It's not all that impressive. Then I started trying to learn how to do eyes because let me tell you, when I started drawing, I was terrified of drawing eyes. They just intimidated me so much because I was a perfectionist, and I still kind of am. I struggle with it a little bit. I was a perfectionist, and I didn't like when one eye looked different than the other, when I liked one eye better than the other. So it just stressed me out. So I practiced. A lot of these are copied a little bit from Lavender Town's style. If you're on art YouTube a lot, you've probably seen Lavender Town. She's like a cartoonist and animator on YouTube. She's really great. And I practiced some noses and stuff. I really just wanted to get faces down. Then I did a person. Notice how her hands are hidden behind her back because hands also terrified me to draw because I'm a perfectionist and I didn't even want to try. Okay, this is Bill Cipher, like Gravity Falls fan art. So it's like Bill the pyramid guy, but as person. This is my first hand. It was a success. Also, I hated drawing this fire. You can probably see that there's like weird outlines where I like tried to erase. I drew that fire so many times. Anyways, here's an owl that I drew because my brother was terrified of these owls. They're just barn owls. I think it turned out okay. Oh, here's a page of cat doodles. Here's kind of a Jake from Adventure Time inspired cat. And this is like a cat, I can't remember his name, but I made like a cartoon based around this cat. And I love him, even now. Here are some blind contour drawing animals. Ooh, these are fun. So like you just watercolor like random colors and whatever, and then like try to make an animal out of them. I'd love to make a t-shirt out of like this one, probably, even now, because I just think it's really cute. This is a blind contour drawing of my sister. And this is another one of my brother. He thinks he looks like Obama. Peep the ears. This page is from an assignment I had where I was supposed to make a series of 3 themed stamps, like postage stamps. And I went through like a couple of ideas, and mostly I stuck with like I wanted to do a Disney villains themed one. So I kind of played around with it. I had like the voodoo dolls from Princess and the Frog, or Bill Cipher, or Calcifer, or Doris. I mean, Calcifer isn't really a villain, but some people would categorize him as a villain because he was kind of a negative Nancy, I guess. And this was for a commission project I did to illustrate a calligraphy workbook. Here's some cactuses. Here's another assignment I did based on, it was based on like my name, and like you're supposed to find out what your name meant and then do a cartoon illustration of yourself based on your name meaning. Then I was practicing doing like princesses, and then there was this really pretty girl who was like in this homeless photo essay thing that I was reading through, and so I kind of drew her in a fake sports hoodie. You know, it was fun. Practice is, I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized for this. Not that I'm monetized, but I don't know if I'm gonna get reported for this. It's naked people. But this is me practicing drawing naked people, which I really enjoy, not for creepy reasons, just because it's fun. Also, hand practice. See, I've definitely gotten better since I didn't even want to draw hands and hid them behind people's backs. The DeviantArt of the girl who did the original reference pictures. Here's another Lavender Town inspired drawing. I did like just a cat-based character because I was basic. I wanted to start like an illustration company called Black Lamba. It was like wordplay on Black Mamba and llama, and it really wasn't clever at all, but I was 14, 15, yeah, and I thought it was, you know, the coolest thing ever, but it wasn't. I also wanted to do like pin designs. I have a whole nother sketchbook of pin designs that I'll probably go through at some point. This is like off Dead Serious from Harry Potter, and then you're a Blizzard Harry, so like a Dairy Queen Blizzard. It's really cheesy stuff. And these were just like free drawings of stuff in my room. Like this is my dresser, this is my cart, which I still have, and then my sister's bookshelf. There's more of that in here, but I don't really know what it is. I can't really tell. And this is like some potted plants. Mulder from X-Files. It's kind of horrible, but like it was the first attempt I did, I think, at like really realistically drawing, ooh, flower petal, at doing a realistic portrait. I mean, obviously his shoulders are gross. He looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. His ear is jacked as all get out. He kind of looks, that just looks like a woman. I mean, I was really proud of it at the time because I'd never done something like this before, but I'm not really interested in looking at it anymore. Ooh.
More naked people.
Just a disclaimer. Ooh, here's the cartoon I was talking about, and I still can't remember what his name was. This is Stu, I know that. And this is Peg, and this is like Macaroni, but I can't remember the rest. Oh, and this is Handy Manny, I think. He's just like a hand. I thought it was really cute and funny, and I still like it. Ooh, more naked people. Just practicing. Ooh, this was this guy that I saw who worked at like a Kroger gas station, and I thought he just had a really interesting vibe. And I did like draw on like tracing paper on top, like I drew clothes and I did like a whole character design for him because he just seemed really sweet and goofy and whatever. This was just like a scribble doodle that I filled in with watercolor and shaded with colored pencil. This was like, I was starving. I was really hungry, as one gets, and I did like a doodle of like Taco Bell foods and then did like a pattern behind it, and I almost want to like turn it into a t-shirt at some point. Like, it's really surprising how much of this stuff I still love and also how much of it I hate, despite how much I was impressed by it at the time. This is when I really started wanting to do character design. Like, I was like, I'm ready to design a character, and at the time I had really short hair. I still think it was a vibe. So this was like my personal character, and I did like a range of emotions and a turnaround and whatever. And I started trying to do more in this style. Like, here's my whole family, like my sister, my brother, mom, dad, in this style. I did my mom with bear ears. I don't know why. And then there's me. I did like a whole comic, like a life comic book based on this character style that I'll probably go through sometime also. I like free drew a bunch of authors. This is the Giving Tree guy, and these are just some other random ones that I'm not sure about. Ew. Okay, something's wrong about the way that I drew this. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. And this was an early character design for
someone that I know.
His hair is, it's actually curly in real life. I don't want to talk about it or look at it anymore. We're done. Ooh, this is more character, cartoon, practicing. A lot of these are based off of comics that I don't even read anymore. Like, you'll see these are like Holly Brown characters there and there, and this is, I literally don't know. I just don't know the names of these comics, but I used to read them on Tapas and whatever. Tiapas, a cartoon app. Lemons, basic lemons, an apple, more drawing basics. Ooh. I really love this one. So you like trace the outline of your hand and then like drew the lines based on where the contour was in your hand, and it doesn't really take any skill, but it's a fun activity. This was me developing my style more. I still kind of draw like this. Here are more cartoon people developing my style. I still draw eyes like that, and I probably would still draw people exactly like that. These are just like you paint a circle and you draw a face on them with the Micron pen, and I really love doing these things. This one's based off of my sister. There's lollipop drawings, button drawings, leaf drawings. I did these for like a Lisa Congdon Creative Bug class online. Creative Bug is like an online teaching platform. Here's some light bulbs, birds, chairs. I think it's gonna be more this way for the most part from now on. Chairs, flowers. Again, this is all like the Lisa Congdon class for the most part, and it was my freshman to sophomore year. Like, I think these were more sophomore year. Shoes, I still love drawing. Converse like that. I'm proud of this for whatever reason. They're not cute. There's pictures. This one's based off of one that I have in my house. Here are pencils that I did for another commission that I got for another workbook. Mushrooms. Brooms. I think both of these are based off of some that my grandma has, my nonna. Here's me trying to develop my style, and I really wanted to like start drawing like this, just kind of a more Cartoon Network friendly style, because I wanted to be hireable, but I still really like drawing with the big eyes and the big eyebrows. Yeah, ugh. Robots, owls, more commission work, it's all smudged. Oh, this is the mantle of my house at Christmas time. It has a moose. We have a black Santa, and we have this little camera that's decorated like a snowman, and then all of our Christmas cards. whatever are always up there. We moved since then and we don't have a mantle anymore, so I'll probably never get a picture like this again. Sweet and charming. I wanted to do like a nautical pattern design. I wasn't really super passionate about it. Fish. Forks. Too many times. Paintbrushes. I don't know why I called them all Finn. It's just a brand that I made up on the spot. These are some cute little spices, some houseplants. I love to draw plants like this. I don't know why, with the like separated leaves. I think it's fun. I don't like drawing them like that though. And that's a fact. And I also love throwing in little houses and places and animals and things where they don't belong. Ooh, I wanted to try to do like an animation based off of like the doll from Coraline. You know how like it was like YB's grandma's doll and then it was Coraline's doll. I wanted to like do an animation of like how the girl got turned. There's more style development, drawing people. This eye is bad. I wanted to do a concept. And I don't even really remember what it was about. It was supposed to be like all emotional and whatever, but I got bored of it really quickly and did this instead with really gross chalky watercolors. I hated watercolors at first, so I would just kind of like sometimes use them to color in stuff, but I also had these like, they're the cheap artist palette ones from Michaels that are just disgusting and I don't recommend them. Boot! Seashells with the leopard print inside of it. Lamp. Here's salt and pepper shakers. Suns. He's cute. He reminds me of Sarah and Duck. I mean, all of these kind of do, like with their eyes all far apart and stuff. Not that one. He can go away. But I like these two, and then this seems like a Sarah and Duck. Beans. Not much to say about these, except this one terrifies me. It reminds me of like a World of the old iPhone with the button. I still will always draw them like that. And this is a bowl of fruit. I really love how this one turned out. Obviously it's not all fruit. Stuff. It has like, but I think it's really nifty. Is a person, like the first person I was like super, super happy with. And I still like don't see a lot wrong with it. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but like if I drew this today, I'd be like an attempted sketch of Michael Clifford. How much I love to draw Michael Clifford. Ugh. I like this concept. It was like Red Riding Hood was a ghost and the wolf came back and like gave her goods. I couldn't draw. This was when I learned. This is more trying to develop my style and simplify it and make it more like media friendly, something faster and easier to draw. But I don't really draw like this ever. It just isn't natural to me to draw little tiny creature people. It's when I realized I couldn't draw hats because I was drawing characters based off of Island guys and just how they were just kind of dirty and grungy and wore silly hats with their greasy curly hair all the time. The improvement is real from the beginning of my book to this point. This is more of me trying to draw dogs. I even like had some references and I was like, do it. Here's a guy playing baseball. I love these characters. I still want to like do something with them, like make a shirt with them all like together, or at least these two. And he kind of reminds me of Maui's fish hook thumb, and then that's an avocado-based character. This is when I finally started getting the hang of drawing, because they at least resemble dogs. And this is a Falling in Reverse lyric that ends our journey. I left a lot of empty pages in this book, but I think it's because I like the energy. I've been using it for like a year anymore. Not fresh and good. There's just kind of weird blue doodles on the back. But yeah, that's my freshman year sketchbook.
This is me editing later. And I just wanted to point out the fact that this sketchbook is not all the art that I did. I have a lot of loose paintings and sketches that I did on the side, so that is all. I'll probably show those paintings on a later date.
Thank you guys for watching. All that interesting because I was still really developing a lot of my style and didn't really know what direction I wanted to go. but I'm probably gonna do my junior year books next, and then my senior year in a separate video because I still haven't finished it because I just graduated. So I'm still working through that one. Really excited to keep making videos. I will see you guys soon.